Hey everybody, welcome back to Jones Blue Line Pressure Washing. My name is Jeremy. I appreciate you guys taking time to come back and watch another video. Today I'm going to talk about a customer who was not very happy with a final product of a recent job I did. This guy is actually one of my neighbors down the street, and he came to one of my other neighbors, and my neighbor referred him to me, and this job just kind of came to be just a quick driveway cleaning and front of his house cleaning. Typically I don't just do one wall of the house, but he requested that because he's trying to move and he just needed a little bit of the north side of his house touched up. His other side of his house wasn't too bad, so I don't blame him for only one side. So I accommodated that. So here I am just doing some pre-treat of the driveway after I kind of roughed in the edges and then surface cleaned with my 19-inch Whisper Wash surface cleaner. Pre-treating the driveway helps kill all that organic, makes it a lot looser, makes the surface cleaner a lot easier to use. Definitely a lot less passes, just a lot less time cleaning the driveway when you pre-treat and post-treat. You'll see when I finish here, I haven't post-treated yet. I actually do that at the very end. Alright, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to clean up the organic on the house. There's a little bit of organic on the siding here. He wants me to try to hit up this little area here. Along the side there's some staining. I don't know how much of that is organic. You also got to watch out for these blue shutters. I think they're plastic type shutter, but if they're painted, you got to watch out for blue paint. I haven't had an issue, but I've seen lots of forums about it, so just be careful around that. I'm probably going to spray a little bit on that roof as well. He didn't ask for that, but that's such a small section with a bunch of algae on it. I don't know how much my house wash will kill it, but I'm going to try. Alright, I'm finishing up everything with a post-treat of the driveway, 3 to 5% mixture SH, and I tried to use a little surfactant, but I didn't have any with me on this job. And just spray that on there, let it sit. I spray and I leave it. It's a really good idea to pre-treat and post-treat a driveway to get the best results. Clean up the street as best as possible. Always have an issue with that. And here at the end, the owner came out and had an issue with a line that was left on the driveway. So here's a video coming up, and I'm not sure exactly what happened here. Yeah, definitely is something that is on the concrete already. So I told him, I said, hey, let me figure this out and I'll get back with you. Like I mentioned, I did reach out to several different Facebook forums and several pressure washing pages that I follow, and I think they've been great to follow. A lot of information on there. Several people did comment and reach back out. Almost all the comments that I got were erosion off the roof, runoff off the roof over time. His roof is a lot like mine that slopes towards the driveway. The only difference between his is on the other side of the street, so it's a north facing roof, and there's lots of like black streaks. It's almost like his roof is entirely covered in black gliocapsomagma. I felt like his was extra dirty, so he was pretty upset about that line. You know, I was trying to get payment off of him. I was finished, I was ready to receive payment. He was like, hey, I need this line cleaned up, I'm trying to sell my house. And I'm like, I understand the line. I said, I don't believe this is organic. I told him, I said, hey, I cleaned up all the organic off your driveway. I don't know why this line is here. I believe it's, you know, your concrete is either etched or damaged, or it's been discolored over time. For some reason, he was not buying it. He wasn't believing it. I was trying to explain to him why things do, you know, the way they do, and he was not going to give me payment. I said, listen, okay, let's let it dry. It wasn't fully dry at the time. Let's see how it looks dry. I'll come back here later, like 3 or 4 hours later. I'll come back, I'll take a look at it, I'll bring my trailer down again. He just lives right down the street. I said, I'll if it needs to be touched up, I'll try to hit it with my turbo nozzle to see if it'll change it. If the turbo nozzle doesn't pull it up, then it's not going to come up. And I said, it's going to, any other pressure, if I increase the pressure, it's going to damage the concrete, and I don't want to do that. So he agreed to let me come back to try the turbo nozzle. So I drove down there, I got the turbo nozzle out. He came outside when he heard me hook up everything, and I start blasting that area with the turbo nozzle. I do the entire line, doesn't change it one bit. He was convinced that his electric pressure washer did the cleaning from the garage to the actual line, like the lighter area of the line. And he wanted to try. He's like, hey, let me get my electric pressure washer out, and I want to show you that I can clean it, is what he said. Be my guest. Sure, you know. And I was really glad I let him do it, because he went out there, the thing barely got up to pressure. He starts blasting in it. It sounds so weak. It was actually pretty funny. And I think that convinced him that, you know, this is not coming up with pressure. I told him, I said, hey, let me reach out to the forums. I'll get back to you. Several days I let go by. I let it kind of sit. I want to get the most comments I could. When I got all the comments, I reached back out to him. I told him, I said, hey, I screenshotted some answers and I sent it to him. I said, hey, this is what the professionals on the forums are saying. It confirms what I thought, and he just accepted it at that point. He did pay me after he could not get it up with his electric pressure washer. I did get payment before I left the second time, but I think he was still pretty frustrated, and that's why I wanted to reach back out to him to let him know I'm not just cleaning driveways, I'm not a scam, and then I'm gonna bounce and you'll never hear from me again. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to build a rapport with people. I'm trying to build a reputation with people, especially in my neighborhood. You know, a lot of people are seeing me clean. I had 3 people stop me while I was cleaning that house because they saw my trailer graphic. So I just posted a video on the decals of my trailer, and it already is starting to probably pay off. I handed out 3 cars to 3 different people during that job. I was able to calm him down after the forum posts. He actually even offered to build me a website. I believe things changed for him after I reached out to him about the forums. I did everything I could. I cleaned, I came back out and cleaned, I reached out to forums for him, and I stayed in touch. I think that was the big key with him, is I stayed in touch with him. I didn't leave him high and dry, and that was huge for him. I think that was a big part of why I was able to get payment from him and end up on a good rapport with him, that he even offered to make me a website. Do that for your customers. Let them know that you're there, like, long term, like you're their cleaner. He's moving to Vegas, so I won't get him next year, but I believe if he had any other issues with his house in the future, that he would call me. And I think it's a huge deal. Part of like being a business owner for pressure washing is to be a long-term cleaner for these people. It's not just like a one and done kind of thing. And I don't want to make any customer mad. Things aren't going to go well. The last 3 jobs I've had have gone kind of multiple visits and not well. And that was very discouraging, the way he treated me earlier in the day, but it ended up on a very positive note. So I encourage you guys to be a long-term cleaner for your customers. Be patient with them. They don't know everything, but they think they do. And sometimes I don't know everything, and I have to reach out to people. And it helped. Keep cleaning, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate you watching, as always. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be posting every Wednesday for Jones Blue Line Pressure Washing, so stay tuned for the next video.